A crossover that barely qualifies as a movie.
You're a fucking lying son of a bitch, Sam, alright? And I hope you fucking go to hell.
Here we go. Give it 100, never nothing less. Here we go. We coming, you already know the rest. Here we go. We never settle 'cause we know it best. Here we go. Who wanna test?
So me and my heterosexual life partner saw Godzilla vs. Kong in theaters, and after over a year of not stepping foot into a theater, seeing a radioactive lizard and a giant monkey fight on the big screen was a blast. Now I plan to review all the MonsterVerse movies, and I put out a poll to see how you guys would prefer viewing it, either one long video or 4 smaller ones. And one long video won, so that's going to be the next project I'm working on. Spoiler alert, I like all these movies. But first, I wanted to take a moment and go to my favorite internet wasteland. No, not that one. Nope, there it is. Rotten Tomatoes. I've said it numerous times and I'll say it again. Rotten Tomatoes scores don't determine the quality of a movie. So what I want to do is go ahead, look at some of the negative reviews to see what the critics are saying about Godzilla vs. Kong. Just like my Snyder Cut video, I'll be looking at the quotes from these verified critics, just to have a good laugh. If you can't tell, I really enjoyed Godzilla vs. Kong, so I want to look at why some of these critics didn't like it. But first, here's a meme that I made a while ago that actually got pretty popular. I just wanted to share that. Now onto the video. It has all the impact of hitting a Lego tower with a teddy bear. You want to see how hard I hit? Square up. Unfortunately, Godzilla vs. Kong proves to be the blandest effort yet, both visually and orally. The hell are you talking about? Visually, this movie looks pretty damn awesome. Not only the special effects top notch, but there's a lot of bright neon colors that I think looks very visually appealing, and a bunch of really great shots. And as for the soundtrack, it's pretty solid. Junkie XL did a good job, so I completely disagree with this. Throughout this video, you're going to notice the more reviews we look at, the more big brain intellectuals we're going to run into. These next two are basically saying the same exact thing. A crossover that barely qualifies as a movie, and it's barely a movie. Weird, it felt kind of like a movie. There was actors, there's a narrative, there's action, there's a great score. This is actually something I've been seeing quite a few people say. And basically what they mean by it is that the story and plot and characters is so like cookie cutter and simple and straightforward, and a movie doesn't focus on those things and instead focuses on other aspects, like the giant monster fights, and that makes it quote unquote barely a movie. Or maybe the movie knows what it is and does exactly what it sets out to do. The usual cynical cash grabs like this junk shouldn't be our sole cinematic reward for surviving 2020. Well, first off, the Snyder Cut was our reward for surviving 2020, so jot that down. And don't worry, baby, we got Mortal Kombat coming out this month, and hopefully that's just as fun and as insane as Godzilla vs. Kong. Overall, the film is a mess, but if you just want to see monster fighting, it's entertaining for that aspect alone. That must be why I liked it so much, because that's exactly what I wanted to see. I wouldn't really say the movie is a mess. Sure, some of the characters are two-dimensional, and the story is really straightforward with some ridiculous aspects, but really the character and plot are just there to get us to the giant monster fights. So to me, it's serviceable and gets the job done. Godzilla vs. Kong is fast food cinema, and if we all can agree empty calories are toxic for the body, then the same can be said for mindless entertainment on brains which aren't supposed to be shut off, but rather energized. Here we go, some big brain action spotted. Yeah man, God forbid we watch a movie just to have fun. Sure, these type of movies aren't for everyone, but I think it accomplishes and delivers what it sets out to do, which is bringing these two titans of cinema together on screen to fight each other. And I don't want to be that guy, but what did you expect from a movie called Godzilla vs. Kong? A deconstruction of the human condition? Or maybe an evaluation of society? Whatever it is, apparently it wasn't monsters fighting each other. It's hard to believe that human minds conceived the storyline of Godzilla vs. Kong, not because it's so intrinsic, elegant, or spiritually elevated, but because it's so incoherent and idiotic. You one of those guys who watches porn for the story too? Like I already said, the narrative is serviceable, it gets the job done, and at times it is pretty ridiculous, but also it's not trying to tell a very deep narrative. Also, I wouldn't describe the movie story as incoherent. If anything, I thought it was very straightforward and simple. It feels like 25% of this movie is a theme park ride that you signed up for, and the other 3/4 of this movie is standing in line. Wait a sec, Jeremy Johns? The Jeremy Johns? Did he really say that?
25% of this movie is a theme park ride that you signed up for, and the other 3/4 of this movie is standing in line.
Oh, JJ, your reviews always puzzle me.
Suicide Squad gave me what I was hoping it would give me, but gave me a lot more than I actually thought it would give me. I mean, it's clear by now that I loved this movie, but it is the best DC Cinematic Universe movie that I have seen by a clear mile. And I will say Suicide Squad is definitely worth watching and definitely worth buying on Blu-ray.
Are you sure about that?
It's definitely better than King of the Monsters, but that's hardly an achievement. You know, I thought King of the Monsters was a pretty solid movie. Only a few things I really didn't like about it. Big monsters smashing each other's faces in. That's what you're signing up for when you watch Godzilla vs. Kong. And it's not really worth it. Really, I thought the fight scenes between them was pretty awesome. And the final act and battle is an over-the-top blast. But alright, you don't think it's worth it, that's fine. The incredibly impressive new technology gives this latest entry into the WB MonsterVerse another step up in terms of FX work. But the story? Please. It's simply dirt dumb.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like, your opinion, man.
Godzilla vs. Kong does what it says on the tin, even if you know the result has to be a draw, or else one or other of the franchise's fan bases will go off in a huff. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but technically Godzilla won. Twice, actually. I've actually talked to people who said something similar to this. They said that they know it's going to end in a draw and they're not going to kill off the other, so what's the point of watching? I don't know, to have fun? The fights are too few and far between to justify the utter absence of anything resembling compelling drama from the human characters. Yeah, there's only 2 fights between Kong and Godzilla in the movie, but within the first 30 minutes of the film, you see Godzilla destroy a facility in Florida, and Kong and Godzilla have their first fight. Then you got some stuff in Hollow Earth, where Kong kills these flying snake things, and then you got the final battle, which is 30 minutes long, a third of the movie, which I think more than makes up for the gaps where there is no action. Visual effects that scream instead of delight. Hollow Brain is what you might experience after this adventure into Hollow Earth. Damn, that's so fucking clever. If you're here for the kaiju combat, you'll probably love most of the film. If you're here for the MonsterVerse mythology, your response might be a little more mixed. I mean, I agree that the kaiju combat's awesome, but also I think the introduction of Hollow Earth really expands the world in this universe. Our gargantuan mess of a trequel that finds the giant lizard back to fight a bad guy, fight a good guy, fight for his reputation, but at no point do we fight our urge to laugh at its absurdity, as we lament the film this could have been. I'm pretty certain this movie knows how absurd it is, which is why it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is probably why so many people like it. It takes more of a Kong Skull Island approach. GVK is definitely anti-intellectual Boolean entertainment, engineered for inoffensiveness, despite being built on incredibly loaded storylines for the bombastic glorification of itself. I don't know if you guys read out there, but this feels like a fucking Stephen King novel. Just diarrhea of the mouth. Godzilla vs. Kong is a state-of-the-art pay-per-view neurotic, the gateway to indiscriminate lizard brain mania. For some moviegoers, that's high praise. For others, it's the clearest warning to avoid at all cost. But no, I take it back. This is definitely diarrhea of the mouth. Keep using your big words and adjectives, big brain man. Just another of those would-be Hollywood blockbusters that's no more than a cheesy B-movie beefed up with overblown, expensive effects. The title should be expanded to Godzilla vs. Kong versus the patience of the audience. So a beefed up B movie. That sounds like fun to me. Also, versus the patience of the audience? This movie fucking flies by. It's less than 2 hours long, and hell, it actually ends at the hour 45 mark. Godzilla vs. Kong stinks more than any toxic excrement that can be expelled from these fictional monsters' bodies. The movie stomps out a lot of humanity to distract viewers with CGI action that isn't even that great in the first place.
Goddamn fucking liars!
The CGI action isn't that great? Okay, sure. There just wasn't enough. Not enough laughs, not enough characters to care about, not enough sense, and perhaps most unforgivable of all, not enough Godzilla vs. Kong. Not enough laughs? I mean, it has humor throughout the entire movie. I mean, I would argue there are some scenes where there is humor where there shouldn't be. And as for not enough Godzilla vs. Kong, really? I think collectively it's like 30 minutes of them fighting each other. Then you got Godzilla fighting Mechagodzilla, and then Kong and Godzilla fighting Mechagodzilla. They fight each other for quite a while, and I think it delivers. Alright, that's gonna do it for all the reviews that my little lizard brain can handle. There's so many big brain critics out there that it hurts my head. So go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what you think of Godzilla vs. Kong. And go ahead and tell me what's the funniest complaint you've seen someone have about this movie. And like I already mentioned, the next project will be my review of the MonsterVerse. So keep an eye out for that. And if you enjoyed the video, go and drop a like on it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.
I'm already coming out here flexing a little bit, letting you know how seriously I'm taking this challenge, so allow me to slip into something a little bit more comfortable.